those moments that don't go according to plans in your head, the moments that are the challenges, the moments that feel like it's going against everything that you're trying to do, is your practice moments. Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome back to another episode here. My name is Lora, and I'm here to offer a space to breathe and be more selfish, self-love, self-worth, self-discovery, self-realization, to reveal the truth of your being and to spark, ignite more peace, love, clarity, joy, and alignment, truth within yourself and your life's experience. If that speaks to you, stick around. Sometimes all you need to do is pause and breathe. Pause and breathe, pause and breathe. Sometimes all you need to do is slow down. Sometimes all you need is a break. And this is not about being lazy. This is not about not getting things done. This is not about, I don't feel like it. It's just sometimes you're trying to force things in your life that are not meant to be in the space that you're in right now. And it doesn't feel good, and it causes more resistance, and it causes you to be more agitated and annoyed with yourself and with those around you. It is important to recognize when you feel that you need a pause and a breathe break. When you need to slow down, when you need to get up out of the space you're in, and you need to walk outside and get some fresh air. When you need to actually just lay down for a second, close your eyes, and get a little bit of rest. Give yourself permission to just disconnect, all right? Disconnect, unplug, and breathe, 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 breathe. The simplest thing, something that is automatic, is a natural function within you, is breathing. But when you become aware of it, then you become present to your life. When you become aware of it, then you become present to your life. When you become aware of your inhale and your exhale, you become present to life. For me, one of the meditation practices that I love, that I have created and found to work for me, because there are many out there, and I hear a lot of times that, I can't quiet my mind. It just makes me think even harder. I don't have time for it, or it just makes me feel like I fall asleep and you just can't stay awake with it. For me personally, my meditation time is folding the clothes, is washing the dishes. It is sitting at the computer sometimes. It is stepping outside. It is walking to my vehicle outside. I use those moments to actually pause and breathe. Or I use those moments to become aware of my senses. What can I hear? What am I touching? What can I smell? What do I taste? When I eat is a meditation time. I call this walking, talking, living, moving, breathing meditation. All right. And so if you're the type that says, I just can't sit still long enough, although I do believe the practice of having a moment to just sit down, back away from what you're doing and breathe. For if it's a minute, 5 minutes, then you can get to 10, 20 minutes if you can. I think that's a beautiful thing, but it's not about saying, hey, I've got to sit 20 minutes here and not think. It is not about that. It is about taking the time to say, hey, I'm just going to pause for a second because I'm feeling a bit tense. I'm just going to pause for a second because I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed. I'm just going to pause for a second because I'm getting a bit annoyed. I'm just going to pause for a second because I've lost this creativity. And to say these things about yourself like you've lost your creativity just means you're forcing something to happen. And in this moment, you actually need to pause because there's something else that is greater that needs to come through you, and you're blocking it because you're so focused on something else that's not meant to be in your space right now, when all you need to do is just pause and breathe. Pause and breathe. Pause and breathe. And then it all begins to come to you. All you need is a space to pause and breathe sometimes. So the next time that you begin to feel this tension, or you begin to get annoyed, or you begin to feel overwhelmed, or you begin to start thinking or worrying about certain things in your life, pause and breathe. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. That's all it is. I've found that this pause and breathe works wonders for me. It works wonders because it's something that I can do anywhere, at any time. It is just a spark of just, yes, and that's all it is. That's all it is. All right. So I honestly just wanted to offer a space to pause and breathe, pause and breathe, pause and breathe, and to remind you to have this rolling in the back of your mind, to have this rolling in the back of your beingness, to pause and breathe any time that you begin to step outside of yourself. You begin to be pulled outside of yourself. The outside things are the things outside of yourself, or the worldly things outside of yourself, the people outside of you, like everything outside of yourself begins to weigh in on you. It's a pause and breathe moment. Remember that for yourself. Permit yourself to just pause for a second. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Whatever is meant to be will be. Whatever is meant to happen will happen. But the thing is you do create your reality. You create your experience, all right? So if what's meant to be will be, and you're moving through life stress and tense, what's going to happen is some more things that cause more stress and tension in your way of being. If these are the things that are flowing through your mind, you're creating it into your experience. You're creating it into your reality. You're creating it into what your whole space and surrounding is like. And that's not your truth. That is not alignment. If you're moving through your life and it doesn't feel good, and it's not like flowing, and it's not like yes, 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 every moment, right? Even when things are not going according to the plans in your head, there's still these yes moments that you're aware of more than the things that are not going according to the plans in your head. The things that are not going according to the plans in your head is your wake-up moments. It is your practice. It is your inner work to say, what story am I telling myself? Or how can I handle this situation here? How do I want to feel about this situation right here? What is this telling me about what I'm doing in this space? Those moments that don't go according to plans in your head, the moments that are the challenges, the moments that feel like it's going against everything that you're trying to do is your practice moments. It is your wake-up calls. It is your inner work moments to say, what is it that I am supposed to be receiving in this space? So that you can get back in alignment with what's meant for you. And your pause and breathe moments allow you to take a break, step back from those moments that are not going according to the plans in your head. So that you don't jump and pop off with a reaction, right? You come from creating choices of how you want to move into it. You create the experience of how you're going to handle and deal with it. There's a difference. Your reactions can sometimes be, and you begin to feel this way of being that doesn't feel good, and the worries and the doubts and the fears, feeling scared and just all over the place or lost and confused begin to happen through you. And that's not who you are. That calls for a inner work job. It calls for putting in the inner work job. It calls for becoming aware of what's happening. It calls for becoming aware that when those moments happen, it's a pause and breathe moment. All right. Your pause and breathe moments, your meditation moments, your inhale and your exhale brings you back to a present state of being. It recenters you. It realigns you. And now you're moving as your truest self, creating the choices of how you want to handle and how you want to experience and how you're going to move forward in this. That's all it is. So value those moments where, I need to step away for a second. I need to breathe for a second. I need to get some fresh air for a second. Hold on for a second. Every time you inhale and you exhale consciously, that you're aware of your breathing in and your breathing out. You will not be in a thinking state of being. You will not be run or ran by the mind's troubles. You will not and cannot continue in a rat race of thoughts. You will come into the present state of being and say, what is here and now? And what can I do about this? What do I want to do about this? How do I want to feel about this? I promise you, So you have a choice to create this into a ritual now, or when those moments that don't go according to the plans in your head wakes you up, you can use it there to inhale and exhale. Either way, this is something that should be done just because. It's something that is a part of your truthful way of being. So it's not just about when the shit hits the fan or when things aren't going your way. Oh, well, let me wake up. No, it's about this actually works to make me feel like I like to feel. So why wouldn't I do this more? Why wouldn't I create this to be a part of my every way of being? It is a part of your every way of being. You've just lost connection with it, which means you lose connection with your truest way of being, your true self. Your inhale and exhale brings you back to connecting to your true self and disconnecting with all of the things that just don't seem to be adding up around you. All right? You will see things in a different way when you're connected to your truest way of being through your inhale and your exhale. And before you go, make sure that you visit jolieday.com, where I have more content and resources for you, including the Selfish Workbook. The Selfish Workbook is designed to guide you through practices about self-love, self-worth, self-discovery, self-care, self-talk. It breaks down different things to help you become more mindful and expand your awareness on connecting to your inner truest self. So check the description, visit my website, and I'll also link the link in the description below, where you can order your Selfish Workbook today. I love you. Have an amazing one. Mwah!